Has BTS changed? What's really behind the anger in Korea? BTS, 7 letters that for more than a decade have represented far more than just a K-pop group. They became a symbol of national pride for South Korea, a global cultural icon, and a voice for an entire generation on the world stage. Yet recently, a troubling question has begun to surface across Korean social media, online forums, and comment sections of major news portals. Has BTS changed? Why does the Korean public seem angry? Today, we're going to break this issue down in depth, honestly, calmly, and without cheap sensationalism. What is really happening? Has BTS truly lost domestic support, or are we witnessing a much deeper conflict involving generational tension, nationalism, and rapid social change? From national pride to public scrutiny. For years, BTS were widely recognized as a national asset. The South Korean government openly acknowledged their contributions to the economy, cultural diplomacy, and the country's global image. However, after reaching unprecedented international success, speaking at the United Nations, attending the Grammy Awards, and selling out stadiums worldwide, the tone of domestic discussion began to shift. Criticism emerged not from international audiences, but from segments of the Korean public itself. Why did this happen? Military service, the emotional core of public backlash. One of the most sensitive triggers was the issue of mandatory military service. In South Korea, military duty is not just a legal obligation, it is a deeply rooted symbol of social equality and sacrifice. When discussions arose about possible exemptions or special treatment for BTS, many citizens, particularly older generations and men who had already served, felt a sense of injustice. Comments such as, "Why should idols be treated differently? We all sacrificed for the country. Fame should not outweigh duty," flooded Korean online communities like Naver, Daum, and the Coup. Although BTS ultimately chose to fulfill their military service, the emotional damage within public discourse had already been done. Global first, Korea second, a painful perception. Another recurring criticism is the belief that BTS has become too globally oriented, especially toward the United States. English language singles, heavy promotion in Western markets, more international interviews than domestic appearances. To global fans, this is a smart and necessary strategy. To some Koreans, however, it feels like they rose because of Korea, but now they are leaving Korea behind. Whether fair or not, this perception carries strong emotional weight. Musical evolution and identity shift. There's no denying that BTS's music has evolved. Early tracks like Bepse, No More Dream, and NO were sharp critiques of social pressure, inequality, and youth struggles. Today, some longtime listeners ask, where is the BTS that challenged the education system? Have their messages become safer and more commercial? This shift has fueled the narrative that BTS has lost their original spirit, even though many of their solo projects remain deeply personal and introspective. The role of Korean media, from praise to provocation. Domestic media outlets have played a significant role in amplifying tension. Headlines such as, "Is BTS growing distant from the Korean public? Are BTS still a national group? Global fame versus domestic support," frame the discussion as a conflict. Yet in reality, BTS albums still sell strongly in Korea. Their brand value remains exceptionally high. Their domestic fandom is far from disappearing. But stability doesn't generate clicks. Controversy does. A clash between generations. The so-called anger is not uniform. Younger Koreans, Gen Z and millennials, largely continue to support BTS. Older generations tend to focus more on privilege, fairness, and traditional values. This isn't just about BTS, it's about generational tension in a rapidly changing society. BTS has become the focal point of that tension. So, has BTS really changed? The real question is not whether BTS changed, but whether the world around them did. Objectively speaking, they still write personal music, they continue to speak openly about mental health, they maintain respect for Korea and its culture, they chose to fulfill their military duties. What has changed is scale, responsibility, and expectation. They are no longer just idols, they are global figures whose influence extends into politics, economics, and culture. BTS as a mirror of Korean society. Ultimately, this controversy is not only about BTS, it reflects anxiety over globalization, fear of losing national identity, social inequality, and shifting generational values. BTS simply became the mirror reflecting these tensions. Conclusion: anger or a growing process? Rather than seeing this as Korea turning against BTS, it's more accurate to view it as a social negotiation in progress. BTS has not collapsed. BTS has not been abandoned. But BTS is no longer just an idol group, and symbols are always debated. The real question is no longer, has BTS changed, but are we ready to accept BTS as they have grown? If you agree, or if you have a different perspective, share your thoughts in the comments. Is this criticism fair, or is it excessive pressure placed on artists? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so this discussion can reach more people, because the story of BTS and Korea's reaction to them is far from over.